Hi, welcome to hiringmentor.com. So today we'll be talking about creating your personal brand. So the thing is you can create your own personal brand on social media. And do you know there is one social media platform where you need to have both substance and style? Substance is what you say and style is how you say it. From the tone and format of your words. The portal is none other than LinkedIn. And in this video, we'll tell you about profiles and why we love them and how you can boost your own profile also. So LinkedIn is basically a B2B platform wherein you can get connected to businesses and the people who run them. Your next job can come from the last recruiter you connected. Just remember that. You can also learn about what's going on in your chosen field even before you find the same on Facebook or any other place. So, in other words, building your brand on LinkedIn opens up opportunities for career growth and personal development. And what works on Facebook is the exact opposite of what works on LinkedIn, right? So, on LinkedIn, you have to tell a story. LinkedIn users are smart enough to distinguish what's real from what's merely manufactured. LinkedIn users can tell right away if you are trying to push a product or agenda on them. For example, you can tell about how an initial encounter with the boss didn't go well, and then you try to please the boss and put things in perspective, and things worked out for you, right? So LinkedIn should play a part in your personal branding strategy by sharing your knowledge and values through digital content. You can showcase your experience, build relationships, stand out from the crowd, be effective, and stand out in the right way by understanding how the platform works. There is one thing that you don't have to do on LinkedIn, which is putting link, because LinkedIn penalizes that. See, another very important thing is you have to put a banner with a quote. Okay, so I have given an example also. You can put this quote and banner with the help of the app called Canva. Okay, so you need to remember that LinkedIn is your sales page, your personal sales page. So two users are joining every second. So there are 600 million users on LinkedIn, which also means the person who will hire you next is also on LinkedIn, right? So first and foremost, about a section, which is the first section on LinkedIn. So you have to use the star approach. Star approach is you have to tell a story, then you have to talk about the task you did, the action you did, and the final result. Suppose I'll talk about my example. I worked with a company wherein I had a team which didn't work the way they had to work. Okay, so my task was to make sure that they are working properly. So the action I took is to make sure that they come on time, because the problem was they were not coming on time, and that is the reason everything was not falling in place. So that is the action I took, and the result was things went well and the whole program went really well. Okay, so this is how you have to write. Okay, you have to put interesting headline, that it has to be catchy. People who are looking for job, they have to write on the LinkedIn profile actively looking for jobs so that recruiters can find you. But I must tell you, most of the recruiters and HR are on LinkedIn and they find candidates through LinkedIn. Okay, so the problem is most of us don't write actively looking for job. Of the people I'm talking about, for the people who are looking for job, right? So you have to make sure that it's very interesting and very good. Okay, profile picture, you have to make sure that using a solid background that works best for LinkedIn. Put a good picture and dress properly, looking in camera. Avoid sunglasses and selfies on LinkedIn, right? Okay, write a summary in about us. Write a summary of who you are, how you can help, and what you are passionate about, what drives you, your greatest strengths. Put those in paragraph and use bullet points. Put your expertise, write using keywords, and give link to a presentation and video you have made, right? You can upload them there actually. Okay, talking about your experience, tell your story, who you are, where you have reached, where you have reached. Write in first person, write your greatest accomplishments, and write in percentages how you have even been able to increase the revenue or some other things, right? But it should be quantifiable. Okay, education. If you talk about education, write your career story about your institute, awards, any special training or the clubs you have joined. So talk about them in your education sector. Skill endorsement. Write top 3 skills you would be known for here, right? And most important thing about LinkedIn is it's a perfect way to get recognized, because you can ask for recommendation, ask from recommendations from your bosses, from your teachers, from your seniors, from your school friends who are doing good. So take recommendations. And now we are coming to a very important point, which is I'll take you through various LinkedIn profiles and we will see what's working for them, right? So the first profile is Bruce Lamb. Okay, so Bruce Lamb explained what drives him as a recruiter and why he's successful. So on his headline, he writes, "Senior recruiter at Shippo, I spark joy in recruiting and enable candidates to be successful." This is such a beautiful headline, and if you see his profile, he has beautifully written about what he is doing and how he is doing it. So just go through it and see. You can yourself also go through his profile and see how he has written the profile. What he writes is, I find great people and find them great careers. This all starts with a conversation. Along the way, we'll find it together and uncover their values, personal aspirations, and next career move. And if we don't, well, then we keep the conversation going, because I want to get them there. This is so beautiful written. I'm a data driven and an insightful recruiter. So what Bruce is doing here, I'm so sorry, it's not Bruce Lee. He opens strong with a description of his job in his own words, shares his recruiting approach and mindset, practical information for candidates, and appeals to top performance and rising professionals in the verticals in which he recruits. So he's writing here that I have grown up my skills in full cycle recruiting, strategic sources, data analytics, project management, right? And he also writes, with the right career move in software engineering, sales, management, UX, marketing, and more. So he's telling, in a very indirect and very subtle way that where he's recruiting. So this is how you have to write about yourself on LinkedIn, right? So this is how you will write basically. So you have to, another very important thing is you have to write about percentages or how many people you have recruited till date. So these things you have to write, right? Another profile, we'll come to another profile, which is Katrina. So Katrina hooks her readers and then connects the dot in her non-linear career path. So we will just go through Katrina's profile. So Katrina writes, and you can read it also. I caught fire coding. I always thought my dream was to be proofreader or little indie publishing company, sipping my cafe and reading the opening lines to the next best-selling vampire. It seemed like an appropriate dream. Having my BA in English, I gravitated toward proofreading and quality control position, and even started my own proofreading business. But I kind of just felt I yearned to learn more, yearned to learn something different. So she's hooking her readers with the short and proactive sentences, giving humanizing context to her career switch. She's using keyword-rich skills to show off her progress and intrinsic motivation to learn. Where she's writing, my specialty include quickly learning new skills, programming in languages, problem solving, responsive design principles, website optimization, model view model. She's talking about Python, HTML, whatever keywords, whatever skills she has. So she's talking about those. So see, even if she has changed her career, people face a lot of problem that, okay, I've changed my career. Earlier I was a designer, now I'm developing. So this is but she's using it in a very very nice way. She was a writer earlier, and now she's moved to some other field, so she's talking about that very smartly. So now coming to another profile here, this person is actually the one thing which very standing out. He's talking about how he has increased the revenue also, because you can see, if you see, he's talking about, I can successfully create and scale optimized software products portfolio from 5 million to 1 billion in revenue. So he nails the opener by stating that what he does and why he's good at it. See, he's writing, I love to dig into customer problems and solve them with modern technology. I create, scale, and optimize product portfolios that matter. To accomplish this, I focus on key results, but amazing teams, and quickly adapt to new insights. Right? Then he's casting accomplishment as lesson and learned a subtle humility that makes him even more likable. He organizes his points to read like true introspection and career synthesis, not jargon, and includes numbers, proof to quantify. It's very important to quantify your achievement, and concludes by asking for connections. So he's saying that I enjoy meeting new people and hearing new prospects. Reach out if you want to talk to me about emerging tech, creating software products, or baseball. See, so this is how, you have to, first is you have to quantify, and you have to ask for connections. Right, you have to be very clear, or what do you want out of LinkedIn, right? Last, coming on to this profile, she has an attention grabbing opening that shows off her expertise. She sums up key accomplishment experience in one impact sentence paragraph, and cites role outside of the work to reinforce her leadership position. Elisa proves she intellectually curious and a successful track record. She doesn't just say she is. Okay, so see, these are the profiles that we have summarized. And what our takeaway is, you have to be really really smart in starting what you're saying, right? That's very important. And another important thing is, you have to quantify what you are saying, and about your pictures and everything, you have to talk about that also, right? So this is all about LinkedIn, and if you want to know more about it, you can get in touch with us, which is hiringmentor.com, so that we guide you further, right? We are always there for you. And we have a course also on LinkedIn that you can join if you want to. So we can write your description also the way it has been written here. We'll help you with that. We can put your banner also if you want. So thank you very much for listening, and I hope you like this video, and kindly subscribe. Please subscribe and share. Thank you very much.